everyone. Today we are again live on this YouTube live session. Let's crack it. Yes. So today's class is dedicated to learning about one of the most important topic, modals. Okay? And going by the theme, by the anthem, let's crack it. Because Unacademy, here at Unacademy, we believe that we can't crack any aspect of IELTS with the help of that zeal and determination. Okay, so here we begin our class. Yes, and quickly pour in your comments and ideas and doubts so that we can discuss about modals. Now, when we look at this picture, we can see some dialogue, some conversation going on, such as, okay, but you can go out, but you must go out of this room immediately. Oh, Lisa, you should go out and see some friends. So these are some sentences which Marge says. Every sentence has its own meaning in it. And what is that meaning? We are going to understand that. Now, when I'm saying, okay, but you can go out, it means that person is giving the permission. If but you must go out, it means that's kind of a pressure or an obligation to do that thing. It has to be done. And you should go out would be, again, she or he has to oblige by. So let's understand what are modals. Now, there are so many kinds of modals, such as shall, will, may, should, might, can, could, have, got to, ought to. And why do we use them? Well, we use modal verbs to talk about an ability, a duty, a need, a necessity, or some wanting. And there is a specific way we use them in sentences, such as, now what is special about them? Modal verbs behave very differently from the normal verbs. They do not undergo all those changes which normal verbs undergo. And here are some important differences. Number one, modal verbs are always followed by a verb in its base form, such as he can speak Chinese. So it is followed by its base verb, right? And those are in their base form. We never say he can spoken Chinese or he can spoke Chinese, right? It will be always followed by a verb in its base form. He can speak Chinese. Okay? You may take the book to the school. She may take. You may took. She may took. That's absolutely wrong. Okay? Next. Modal verbs do not take s in the third person in the present simple. It does not take that ways. For example, we say he speaks Chinese. He can speak Chinese. He cannot speak Chinese. But do we ever say he can speak Chinese? No. S is added to the normal verbs, but in modals we do not add an S at the end. It remains as it is intact. Can is can. She eats a sandwich. She may eat a sandwich at 9:30. But we never say she may eat. That's absolutely wrong. You use not to make modal verbs negative, even in simple present and simple past, such as we don't use the helping verb do. For example, he should not be late. Otherwise, we say do not be late. So here we are not using the helping verb do, we just use not. He should not be late. They might not come to the party. And if we compare it with I do not like to be late, in that case we have used the helping verb do. But when we are using modals, we do not use the helping verb do in it. Okay? I cannot eat any more cakes. I don't eat carrot cakes. So this is how we are using modals without do and simply with not. How many modal verbs cannot be used in the, there are so many modal verbs which cannot be used in the past tenses or future tenses. For example, he will can go with us. That's absolutely wrong. He will go with us is right. But if we say she must studied very hard, she must, if we want to use studied, we need one more helping verb. She must have studied very hard. So there is proper construction which goes and proper rules which go in construction of the sentences with modal verbs. Now before we use modal verbs, we must understand they have some substitutes since every modal verb cannot be used with every tense. So let's understand their substitutes and their respective meanings. Will not, won't. Now we use this modal to speak about future actions that we are sure or convinced about, such as today is Tuesday, tomorrow will be Wednesday. I know it because this is a known fact. So it's possible, it's absolutely true. We will not be in the office tomorrow. How do I know it? I know it because he's going on a vacation. So therefore, he'll not be in the office, right? Where do we use can, could, be able to? We use these modal verbs to express general ability or disability. We use them to express possibility and impossibility. We also use them to express opportunity, permission, and request, such as I can walk. It tells I have the general ability to do the action of walking. I can dance. I can swim. I can sing. I can breathe. So, this is my general ability. And when I say, I can't hear you, it is too noisy, it means I don't have the ability to hear what you are saying because of the noise. I can't swim because I do not have the ability to swim because probably I might not have learnt it. I cannot eat this food. It looks stale. I don't have the ability to eat it because I'm not fond of such kind. Right? Yes. So the next one, I have some free time. I can help her now. In this, it becomes the opportunity to help. I have the opportunity to help her. I'm free now. I can do this work. I can help you out. And then, I can't help her now because I don't have any time. It means I don't have the opportunity to help her. So we realize the differences, okay? Then we have could. Now, in the past, can changes to could. He could speak only Hebrew when he was a kid. He could speak because when we are talking about past, we use could. Okay, let me just check. I'm waiting for your messages to come up, your doubts. Okay, great. Yes. So when I am saying could, it means I'm talking about past because can changes to could in the past. He could speak only Hebrew when he was a kid. He could not speak to his neighbor who speaks only English. That was his general ability, okay, that he was not able to do that. Now come and understand may. What is may? Good evening, Golden. Good evening, Golden. Glad to see you. Do write, your doubts. Do ask your doubts if you have related to modals side by side. Okay. Sorry. So the next one is may. Now, may talks about future possibility, or we use may to get permissions, such as I may choose to wear the red dress to the party. I have two dresses. What is the implication? There is a chance that I will choose to wear the red dress and not the blue one. Or I have three dresses, I have four. It means I have more than those number of dresses, right? Okay, Golden. You want me to speak in Hindi? Fine. I'll speak Hindi side by side. We use may. हम may तब यूज़ करते हैं जब हमारे पास चांस होता है, हमारे पास ऑप्शंस होती हैं कि मैं हो सकता है. We use that ways may is used that ways कि हो सकता है मैं शायद रेड ड्रेस पहनूं क्योंकि मेरे पास दो ड्रेसेस हैं. तो उस सिचुएशन में हम बोलते हैं आई मे चूज टू वेयर द रेड ड्रेस टू द पार्टी. ओके. एंड देन द नेक्स्ट वन इज टुडे ही मे कम ऑन टाइम. वो हमेशा तो लेट आता है बट आज शायद वो टाइम से आ जाए. तो जब हम इस तरीके से बोलते हैं शायद एंड देन वी टॉक अबाउट देन वी स्पीक दैट इन इंग्लिश एज टुडे ही मे कम ऑन टाइम. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन. May I come to visit you at 5 o'clock? In this, I want to come to you, but I'm not sure that you want me to come, or that you will be at home, or that you will let me enter for that matter. So, when you're saying, May I come to you? It means you are seeking permission from the other person, and it could be any of these three possibilities, right? You may take only one candy. अब आपके पास बहुत सारी कैंडीज़ हैं तो आप किसी को सर्व करते हैं तो आप बोलते हैं आप एक ले सकते हैं. इन दैट केस हाउ विल यू से यू मे टेक ओनली वन. इट मीन्स आई अलाउ यू टू टेक ओनली वन. आप एक ले सकते हैं, इसका मतलब आप नहीं चाहते कि वो एक से ज़्यादा ले. राइट. यू आर मोस्ट वेलकम गोल्डन and do join me on Unacademy. Okay, use my code Astha and also get a 10% discount, right? And we also meet at 6 p.m. again for a next YouTube live session on cue cards, right? Now, the next word is might. Might is used to tell about the possibility, such as we may come on time, but if you miss the bus, you might be late or we might be late. It means I plan to come on time and this is why I want to catch the 7:15 bus. And if I catch the 7:30 bus, I can come on time or not, I'm not sure. हम टाइम पे आएंगे पर अगर बस मिस हो गई तो हो सकता है हम लेट हो जाएं. In that case, you're using may and might. Okay? If you advertise on the internet, you might get a lot of spam to your email box. Now, what is the meaning? Although you don't want to get spam, there is a risk that you will get it. Should. The next modal is should. What is the meaning of it? It means it is used to tell about advice or a strong suggestion, such as if you want to be a champion, you should practice every day. You don't have to practice, but then you will not get better. This is the implication. When you make a cheesecake, you should first check that you have cheese. What's the implication? If you don't have, you can't make it, or otherwise, it will not be a cheesecake. Well, right. And then we have the next one must or mustn't. Now, where do we use must? Must means very strong advice or obligation, and mustn't is things you are not allowed to do. I repeat, must means you are advising someone very strongly, and sometimes must also diverts or means obligation. Okay, whereas when you're speaking must not, it means things you are not allowed to do. You mustn't touch the electronic switches when you are not wearing the slippers. You are not allowed to touch that. You mustn't open the window when the car is driving. Yes? Now the next examples. Let's hear some examples. Now, if I say she is sick, she has high fever, she must take a pill. What does it mean? It's a very strong advice or obligation that she must take a pill so that she gets well, right? Or she has to take the pill. That is also a way to speak that with implication. And when you're saying you mustn't ride your bike without a helmet, it means you are not allowed to do that. It's something which is not permitted. And now let's quickly understand what are semi-modals. Have to, has to, had to, will have to. Now semi-modals are not completely modals, but they do play a role of modals. Now this means something which is necessary. It also shows obligation and giving advice. For example, has to and have to is used in the present or near future, had to in the past, and will have to in the future. I have to clean my room. My mother forces me to do it. She has to finish the test before the bell rings. Means after the bell rings, you can't go on answering the questions, right? You won't be allowed. Gail Devers had to take radiation therapy for her disease to get well. At the end of the 8th grade, we will have to leave our school and go to high school. Where do we use don't have to, doesn't have to? When you're to tell something which is not that necessary, okay? For example, I don't have to write my answers with blue pen. I don't have to speak in English all the time. Now, the others are ought to, be supposed to, be allowed to, such as you ought to stand up when you meet elders. It's obligation, you should do that. Well, we expect him or her. She's supposed to be on time today, but she is not. It means people were expecting her to be on time. Be allowed to. Permission. Someone will permit him to do it. Okay? For example, that's a great movie. You ought to see it. Okay, Golden. If you say वो बहुत अच्छी मूवी है तुम्हें ज़रूर देखनी चाहिए तुम ज़रूर देखना यू आर एम्फोसाइजिंग आप एम्फोसाइज कर रहे हैं तब आप क्या यूज़ करेंगे यू मस्ट सी इट या यू ऑट टू सी इट देखना ही चाहिए तुम्हें द टीचर इज सपोज टू बेस द ग्रेड्स ऑन द टेस्ट एंड असाइनमेंट्स टीचर आपको ग्रेड्स देगी किस बेसिस पे शी इज सपोज टू इसी बेसिस पे ग्रेड्स आपको देगी ओके On Friday, the students in our school don't have to wear the school uniform. Don't have to means वो नहीं भी पहने अगर school uniform तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, right? So these are different ways in which we can use modals, and and the last example, if I say they are allowed to wear any color they want, it means they are permitted to. So the moment I'm saying allowed to, it means permitted to. So this was our class on Modals. Hope you all have liked it. See you again live again at 6 p.m. with one interesting topic, cue cards. Yes, 7 tips to understand cue cards. See you again once again on Unacademy Live YouTube session. Let's crack it.